G'day YouTube, righto, this is for Mr. Charlie Mack, who said I need to get back on the Pearl. Well, guess what, buddy? It's taken me most of the day, but that piece of cord there is one of the most important cords on the ship. Is the forward mast mainstay. So that, hang on, is about to go. All the masts are done, even got it all cleaned off. So that is going to go from there to there. So I'll roughly slap it into place and we'll have a look. I'll be back shortly. Alright, and we're back. Now before anybody goes, huh? Those two pieces of wire on them dead eyes basically are spacers. So they allow me to get my length for my stay, so that when the stay's done and I go to actually tie the blocks in, which I can show you a picture of that in a second, everything stays where it should be. So I've got to put a binding, or take a wrap around here, so that'll pull. It's going to be fun. There we go. That'll pull them in like that, and then once that's done, then I'll do that. So hang on, and I'll show you this diagram. Righto. Focus. There we go. And that's what I have to do to the dead eyes. So I do that, I end up with that, and then I end up with the finished product. So yeah, one piece of rigging down, and hang on a sec. I've got all of that. So what I'm working on now is this one here, the main forestay. Then I got all of that to do, and they're just the forestays. Then after that I got the backstays. Then once I finish the backstays, I do the rat lines, and then once I finish the rat lines, I hang the yards, and then once the yards are done, I do the sails and the running rigging and the trimming lines and blah 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 blah. And the last bit I do, I believe, is the anchors. But anyway, yeah. So that's what I got. That's where I'm up to. I'll let you know after I pull some more hair out. Alright guys, see yous. G'day YouTube. Well, it's a couple hours later and we've got, see if we can get the bottom in here. We got this one all done. Hang on, let us focus upon the situation. Righto. So I've got this one done. So we've got some standing rigging, runs up to the foremast topsail mast. Black standing ring comes down to some blocks, which then has running rigging, which has actually been seized on the end of the mast, bowsprit, sorry, running through the blocks and then runs back and is tied off on the forecastle. So all these blocks, everything you see here, like all this, that is actually wrapped around the deadeye, comes back up, and then there's 3 lots of seizing on there to lock it in place. So all the pulleys and everything have been seized. Sorry about that guys, I ran out of memory. So I just went through and cleaned spit your teeth out, start again. Went through and cleaned everything up. Alright, so where was I? I was up here somewhere, wasn't I? So that's all seized. And this here, this excess, I'm going to cut that off. And basically, so that's the forestays on the foremast complete. Next, I'm going to start the forestays on the main. Now, hang on, get dizzy here. You right, Jeff? Yeah, I hope you're strapped in. So, I've got down that main mast forestay, that main mast forestay, and then that main mast forestay. So, what I've got to do is, it's a K, So K's 1mm black thread, and I've got to do basically an eye splice in it if I want to make it correct. And yes, okay, I'm a rivet counter, so I'm going to make it correct. So let's go for a quick walk over the bench and basically, right, so let's get some focus happening. Righto, so here's my 1mm thread, here's a drill bit, I think it's probably 1.5, 2mm drill, somewhere like that, and good old third hand, don't have to be a clever dick. So now I'm just going to take some of my black cord, and basically I'm just going to tie a series of, I'm going to cheat and just use some granny knots and just tie them till I got probably a 2, maybe 3mm section tied together. Then a little bit of white glue, let that dry, snip off the excess, Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt, and drag. There you go. You got an eye splice. And then I've got it needs to be black thread, so basically, which is actually working out really well because standing rigging was tarred. So it was a hemp rope that was basically shellacked in tar. So what I'm doing is I build it all up, make it all up, then I stretch it out between my vise and my third hand. Then I get my acrylic paint, an old crappy paintbrush, and I just slap it on there. And I'll show you actually, I've done it with these ones here because they were the same. All of these were the same, like here's that exact same 1mm thread that I've got over on that drill bit. And that to me looks like it's been coated with tar, which as a rivet counter, I like it. So there we go guys, that's it. I've got 2 more masks to do, I'm getting tired, and actually you know what, bugger it. Yeah, talk about getting tired. I've been trying to upload a video for 24 hours. It took 24 hours for it to upload. I mean, Macca was complaining about, I was trying to do a hangout with him and he's complaining about, my internet being crap and blah 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 and all that. And I was just like, oh yeah, well because I've been home so long, guess which numpty's gone and chewed through all their data. So it's on super slow mode. But while I got yous, I have spitballed a couple of ideas. You all see my little conglomerate of bits and pieces there. And I got some good feedback over it. So, I don't know when, because I've got a bit on my plate at the moment, but I'm thinking about doing a group build where you build the vehicle of your dreams. So I used to own a Celica, like that little vintage blue one there, and I never got to build it how I wanted to build it like I've done with my VK. I smicked her up and made her look really nice. Well, I never got the chance to do that with the Celica that I used to own. So I'm going to build a model kit of it, and I'm going to build it how I wanted the car when I owned it. So have a think about it guys. If you reckon that's a group build that we should, organise and everyone would like to jump in on. And it doesn't have to be a car, it can be a boat, it can be a plane, it can be whatever. We'll hash the deals out later. But yeah, if you like the idea of it, buddy, say, yeah, that sounds like a no-brainer. And you know what? We'll organise it, all of us, the whole community, will organise it together at a time that suits everybody. And we'll even keep it, open-ended, or, I'll probably only need a month to build that little car, but, we'll see what happens. Alright guys, I'll leave that with yous. Till next time, be good, and have a good one. Hey YouTube, how's it going? Well, I've got all, sorry, you're on wobbly mode, but I can't do anything about that. So I've got all the forestays done. Everything's been rigged. Foremast, mainmast, mizzen. They're all done. And now I'm working on the shrouds. Right. I'm actually... Come on, focus, please. Lighting's really crap. But anyway, I'm using a piece of wire for my spacing. And then I've got that shroud tied, or sorry, not so much a shroud. It is a shroud, but it's not a shroud, it's a backstay, it's a rat line. Anyway, you can argue that until the cows come home. But I've got that one locked in with a bit of wire. Glue's drying, so once that's dry, I'll trim off the excess. But I am tripping over cords, which is always great fun. I am about to do the forward shroud on this side. And what I've got is that dead eye there, another piece of wire. So I'll get it tied onto the backstay, and then once I've got them, I'll run the line, just like with the stays there with those dead eyes and that. Run the line and just put just a lightest bit of tension, but I'll sort of loosely tie it off so there's a bit of pressure there, and then I'll continue to do them in pairs until I get them all done. And then I'll go through and do the final nip up, because these four stays on the spit your teeth out, start again. The 4 stays on the foremast are pretty good, but the 4 stays on the main have got a little bit to be desired. So what will happen is, in doing that up, I'll end up with a bit more slack, but I'll just slowly take that up as I work back, and yeah, so that's where I'm up to. That's what I'm doing with Pearl. Now, Jeff, hang on, because wow, that was quick, wasn't it? I am actually working on something else really small that I haven't picked up in years, and if you can't tell, yes, it got the dot 4 treatment. And yeah, I've just mate, it was gap central up in the forecastle there. But what I had to do for this kit was I lost the bowsprit. So luckily I managed to take a few measurements off some drawings of it, and yeah, I managed to find a piece that suited, and it'll be in the kit somewhere, I'm sure. But anyway, yeah, just something simple, pretty simple story. Alright, well, I'm blabbering and waffling crap and carrying on. Oh, and yes, I'm still on the timber. Actually, almost got this side here done. And of course, when you do them, you alternate. You put one board that side, or if you put 2 boards that side, you put 2 boards that you, otherwise it's up, well, it'll just bend out of shape, because as everything dries and contracts, changes shape. So that's slowly coming together. The Pearl is strapped down to that because it's such a big model that you got to try and get your hands in amongst. So I was like, yeah, because I got a real habit of bumping stuff. So she's strapped down, she's going nowhere. And as you all know, cheers for the comments, guys, on the Blue Devil. She come up alright. I might end up doing a little bit more to it. Price some RC stuff for it. So yeah. Anyway, I'll let you go. Too easy. Till next time. Have a good one, guys. Later.